Recording.
Hello everyone, I am Zuili Eklare, Assistant Editor at Automation and Digitization magazine, the leading trade magazine in India that offers a three-dimensional perspective on technology, markets, and management aspects of industrial automation and digitization. We have with us today Mr. Madan Miwari, Senior Vice President, Global Head, Delivery and Operations for the Manufacturing and Services verticals at Birlasoft. Birlasoft is a leading $500 million publicly listed enterprise, digital and IT services company. So welcome, Mr. Madan.
Thank you, Julie.
Yeah. So, Mr. Madan, I would like to put my first question to you is that how does Birlasoft combine the power of domain, enterprise, and digital technologies to reimagine business processes for customers and their ecosystem? And what are the challenges that you see through this?
Great question. We help manufacturing companies accelerate their Industry 4.0 journey by, I would say, 4 elements: reimagining their business models, transforming their product life cycles, digitizing manufacturing operations, and improving stakeholder experiences for their customers, suppliers, as well as employees. In fact, this is the underlying philosophy of what we term as manufacturing to the power of digital. And within this, if you look at the key elements, one, I would say, is consultative and design thinking approach. 2, robust partnership ecosystem. We work with larger product companies as well as niche industry specific partners. 3, domain centricity and industry experience, which actually comes from outside in view as well as inside out. So when I talk about outside in, it comes from understanding the businesses of our customers through continuous engagements with them, including connects with business as well as IT stakeholders, tracking the market through the eyes of analysts and advisors, working closely with our products and technology partners, for example, SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, Salesforce, etc. And then inside out view, which comes from common themes and needs arising from our own experiences of execution, leveraging in-house subject matter experts. In fact, these experts are continuously inducted into the system, into the organization, and they come with, experience with manufacturing companies covering functions like product development, PPC, shop floor, quality control, purchasing, marketing, sales, etc., etc. And along with this, we also leverage the vision and strategy of our own group companies. I'm sure you are aware of the Birlasoft, which is part of the larger CK Birla group and have got a number of manufacturing companies within the group. These companies include NEI, Jimco, Neosim, HIL, etc. The next element is strong horizontal or technology practices. They help us to convert ideas into solutions. We make focused investments in futuristic technologies, invest on continuous R&D. We believe in fail fast and accordingly innovate. So these are the mantras we follow, I would say. We also keep learning from our peers in the industry and of course from startups who keep coming with new ideas these days. Over past few years, many Fortune 500 companies and premier global brands have chosen us as a business transformation partner for some of these regions. And if I talk a bit about what all we do across the manufacturing value chain, right? So our work starts right from R&D, going to procurement, smart logistics, smart manufacturing, sales and marketing, then post sales, and then also the support functions. And within this also we look at the micro functions. For example, within R&D, we look at new product planning and parts rationalization. Similarly, in smart logistics, we're looking at inbound and outbound inventory tracking. So there are a number of such examples. And next thing is some of the challenges that we face here, right? So
yeah.
Challenges we face are, I would say, of 2 types. One is that we face in context to the customers or the manufacturing organizations. Second is, in context to IT services organizations like us. So typical manufacturing organizations. So when you're working with them, it's not easy to get business and IT together. And even if you are able to get them together, it's not easy to balance, focus on IT KPIs versus business KPIs. And then too many small initiatives are taken by number of organizations, and these are spread across different functions. And generally, they would not be having a mid to long term strategy and plan. So in such cases, it becomes difficult to get the ROI, which is visible to the entire organization. It may be visible to specific function. For example, if you have done some automation for procurement, so procurement may be happy because they are well automated, but shop floor may not be. And the next challenge is, see, more time is spent on technology selection than the business needs. So these are the challenges we face, I would say, in context to the organizations. But if you look at the IT services organizations, so getting right kind of people to work on, say, some of these offerings and solutions, right? When I say right kind of people, you need some people with two-in-one kind of, say, experience. That means people with industry domain expertise along with the technology vision and experience. Then getting enterprise architects who are able to stitch end-to-end solution. It's not easy. Then scale on demand is a big challenge, and over last, I would say, few quarters, this challenge has actually become much bigger for the industry.
Okay, okay. So coming to the shop floor, you mentioned about the shop floor. So what are the digital solutions that Birlasoft is providing for shop floor management?
Okay, good question once again. So there are a number of solutions we have, right? Including some of them which would be working across functions. So shop floor, certainly they would be there, but there'll be solutions which would be cutting across different functions. So IntelliAsset is one of the solutions we have, which provides real-time tracking of shop floor assets, including vehicles, tools, and work in process. If I look at some of the solutions related to warehouse, we have got Quick Pick, which is for warehouse picking solution. It helps augment the speed and accuracy while streamlining the picking process. It actually enables a hands-free operation and fully hands-free operation, I would say, which enhances productivity and reduces picking errors. And another one in warehouse management area is the solution we call it WMX or Warehouse Management Extended. It's extensible solution that supports integration with all leading ERPs and also supports the various devices, for example, scanners, mobile phones, tabs, smart glasses, etc. And if I talk about a couple of more, so we have got iLink PLM adapter. It actually solves the integration challenge by connecting leading PLM applications to ERP system, because every company, every manufacturing company would be going for, say, one or the other ERP system, and for product lifecycle management, they would have either the custom PLM application or any of the standard products. You require a connector or integrator to, say, link these two things. Then TrueServe Field Service Management is another solution we have, which is a completely cloud-based solution built on Salesforce Lightning. It provides automated field service capabilities along with IoT integration and outcome-focused analytics for touchless automation of field services processes. Then we have got a set of, say, other solutions. We bundle them under the umbrella of Smart Edge solutions, which actually help replace fragmented distributed systems, disparate technologies, and manual processes by flexible, scalable, and maintainable, say, blueprint solutions for long-term growth. If I
Okay,
answer
okay.
your
So yes, so that's quite a lot of solutions, I would say. So I would like to come to my next question, that how do you think IoT is driving the smart factory automation revolution?
Yeah, so smart factory as well as IoT, these are the buzzwords these days, right?
Correct.
And in fact, recently I've gone through one McKinsey report that says IoT industry could grow to become a 11.1 trillion market by 2025. And then this year they are saying it would be around 3.9 trillion. So it's one area wherein, say, every company would be getting into. And this kind of solutions are applicable not only for the factories, also I would say applicable for cities, because these days everybody is talking about smart cities, then retails, and even the human body. And if I look at the smart factory, so I'll talk about five key features here, right? One is touchless systems, two, single source of truth, three, data analysis from connected touchpoints, four, enabling real-time actions, and fifth one, I'll say easy to scale without disrupting existing infrastructure. If I try to link these two, right, IoT and smart factory, I would say using technologies like IoT, and it won't be just IoT, because along with IoT, you would have other technologies like machine learning, automation, advanced and predictive analytics. So manufacturers can actually monitor their facilities in real time through IoT sensors on industrial equipments and machinery. And lot of data they can collect, which can actually help to track core KPIs like OEE, production rate, or scrap rate. It can forecast accurate delivery dates and avoid missing deadlines, can predict potential disruptions to the supply chain, can help troubleshoot production bottlenecks, spot and fix equipment inefficiencies. And if you look at it, look at the life of a plant manager, right? So industrial IoT solutions, they actually empower them to make data-driven decisions for several manufacturing plants with no delays. And these devices can automate quality checks for constantly monitoring the production floor and sending real-time logs to quality control managers. So overall, they would be improving the quality as a result of this. Can talk about a couple of other examples, right? Automated image recognition. This is one area which is growing. So you can use this for quality checks, inspections, and to eliminate pseudo defects, which would actually lead to high level of precision in manufacturing. Then you have got number of predictive maintenance kind of use cases to reduce unplanned downtime. And one of the major, I would say, the solution that is in the area of industry and employee safety is reducing the boiler and pressure vessels related accidents by predictive maintenance. Because you would have seen number of say news items, right? Every year we get to hear about number of accidents which are happening because of say boiler and pressure vessels blasts. So this could actually help employees as well as industries.
Okay, okay, I see. All right, very well put. Also, then I would like to come to the question that how do you think what do you think of India's capability of becoming a global manufacturing hub? How far do you think India is to become a global manufacturing hub?
I would say India is on the right path, right? So when you want to become, say, global manufacturing hub, along with the core manufacturing say facilities, you require, I would say, government support as well as the technology. And as you know, say there's a lot of support coming from our government, and then there is a push for say Make in India, and along with that, say India being a hub in terms of the technologies, because you know the most of the technology work which is happening, say for global manufacturing companies, is actually happening from India. So I would say if you combine these three things together, I think we are on the right path.
Okay, okay, well put, well put. So now, um how companies can get more insights into the functioning of the assets is one of your strong areas. So,
Yeah.
what has the company worked towards in order to make this area its strength? Birlasoft what has it done to make this area its strength, and what are the other factors that Birlasoft is working on to gain to make it its strong point?
It's certainly a very strong domain area for us. So we actually work with industry experts, customers, and partners to identify pain points in asset management area, and then try to address the same through, say, one of the platform that we have come up with. So we call this platform IntelliAsset. In fact, this can help you to find how many assets an organization has, where are these assets, how many of them are functional or non-functional, how fast we can allocate these assets to use, and overall inventory tracking of these assets. All that can be done using this. And what we are doing to strengthen, I would say, this area further, I would say continuous R&D. We are demonstrating some of these solutions to customers. We are asking for their feedback. And in fact, we are getting feedback from real users. And then we are experimenting with different products and technologies to provide cost optimized but technically best of the breed kind of solutions. We are investing in terms of domain capabilities. We are also setting up innovation labs in India and US. And then slowly we also intend to or plan to set up these labs in other geographies as well. And if I talk about this platform more, so it provides real-time tracking of shop floor assets that includes vehicles, tools, and work in progress. It actually helps organizations keep tab on their assets for faster allocation, movement, tracking, and loss prevention. And some of the results that we have seen, right? We have seen that it actually improves efficiency and also reduces cost of manufacturing through say quicker location of WIP and vehicles and tools, etc. And also helps us reduce dependency of manual asset tracking. It also helps say human error reduction, because when you are doing the asset verification, say which is not automated, you always have a chance of human errors. So going for this, so you would be saving, I would say, the human error element. And overall, based on our experience, we have seen somewhere around 10 to 15% kind of increase in overall workers' productivity if you go for something like Intelli Asset Platform for your asset management function.
Now, sir, you told us about your platform, but I would still like to come back to my same question that I first asked you, how has Birlasoft developed this area as its strength? What did Birlasoft do so that it would make this area its strong point? What efforts did it take?
So a couple of things I talked about, right? One is the interaction with the industry experts, advisors. We actually reached out to number of manufacturing customers as well as our own group companies, asking for what are the pain areas in this function. And based on, say, our assessment, we realized that there are number of assets which were, say, spread across and nobody knew where these are. And in fact, in terms of the overall count, they did not know, say, how many they have. And number of times organizations, they would be going for, say, new assets, whereas they may already be having one somewhere. And second is, even after, say, having access to all these, you don't know how many of them are functional, how many of them are not. So that was the second problem. And then third one was, I need it in one of the plants today, whether I can allocate immediately or not. It may not be in the same plant. Maybe you have an asset which is 50 miles away from this plant. So once you know the location, it becomes easier for you to, say, fetch it from the nearby location. And then so that you don't have any impact on your overall, say, production.
Okay, okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, it does. It does. Coming to my next question, that Birlasoft unveiled Rise with SAP, a package for digital transformation of customers recently. So, can you tell us more about the services included in this?
Certainly, certainly. So, see, when SAP came up with this concept of Rise with SAP, right, there were three objectives. They started with premier value. How do we provide value to customers? Then guided journey. That means can, say, we work as advisors to our customers. Then third one was simplified engagement. So how do we make this simpler for customers in terms of, say, right from advice to execution? So what Birlasoft did was we actually came up with our own offerings around this. And this offering actually helps organizations transform their businesses at the pace, scope, and scale that best fits their needs. And we support Rise with SAP with assessment services and frameworks, qualified line of business solutions, prepackaged industry solutions, tools and accelerators, and intelligent automation solutions, which we have developed on SAP Business Technology Platform. In summary, I would say our services include advisory. In fact, we call this advisory service as smart assessment service, implementation, and then application management. And this, if I talk about the smart assessment service, right, this focuses on one, bridging the gap between organizations' intelligent enterprise vision and business outcomes. Two, it's a proven framework that processes the business strategy, core processes, and technology ecosystem and helps customers ask the right questions to get the most from the investments. Because this exercise is a, I would say, interactive exercise. We do a lot of interactions with customers, collect information, process information, and all. And within this, we have a three-step approach. Step one is discover. That means trying to understand what customer already has. So basically assessing as its state. Step two is define. So collaboratively along with customer, we define what is the vision. And then from vision, what is the outcome they are expecting. Then third step, we call it deliver. That's where we ask all the questions and then answer those questions like why, how, and what of, say, SAP HANA-led business transformation journey, so towards the overall, say, making an intelligent enterprise. And then doing the benchmarking business performance with the best-in-class KPIs for the goals of our customers, then maximizing investment ROI. That's where you actually work on cost-benefit analysis using NPV, IRR, ROI, payback period, and many other custom approaches. Then getting an unbiased and holistic view of Edge's business landscape. So using tool-based insight to counter human biases and get a fair assessment of how much ground customer needs to cover. than being in absolute control of the overall execution program, right? Customers, every customer, they want to be confident of what they are doing, and at any point of time, they want to see where they are. So that actually brings the right kind of control. So following the DMAIC approach, so which is DMAIC approach to stay lean and ensure fast course correction. And then at the end of the smart assessment service, we get into execution. And as you know, this is our bread and butter. And once execution is done, we want to get into the continuous support of the overall environment.
Correct. Okay. All right. I would like to come to my last question now. Can you throw some light on the need of cloud migration of manufacturing processes?
Yeah, I would say there was always a need from the time this cloud technology came, right? When cloud technology became available, there was always a need to go for cloud. And objectives were real-time monitoring, ability to scale faster and easier, data-driven decisions, hence need for easy access to relevant data. So all these needs were always there. But I
Correct.
would say over the last 6 quarters, COVID-19 pandemic emphasized this need. And then COVID has actually put pressure on organization to go for, say, cloud journey, I would say on a priority, because all these organizations, they have realized that real-time visibility into everything from their processes to business operations to supply chains is very, very critical. And then I'm sure you are observing some of the challenges that we are facing because of supply chain disruptions, right? So because of the China, the lockdowns in China once again is impacting the overall supply chain once again. So organizations, they want to be ready with alternate solutions. In fact, manufacturers have already started to realize the need for cloud manufacturing, especially I would say cloud-based ERPs. That's where we are seeing a lot of new requirements coming from our customers. They want to weave resilience into their business operations through these cloud-based ERPs. The need for, say, cloud-based ERP is actually evident if you look at the ERP market today, right? People are talking about close to $45 billion market today, which, say, analysts are saying could double and then could actually cross 100 billion by 2025. So I would say lot many customers are actually going for it. A demand for greater visibility of manufacturing value chain, shorter product cycles, and ever mounting pressure to optimize cost and increase efficiency. These are also fueling the need for cloud.
Oh,
And cloud-based manufacturing, if you look at it, it will modernize your business operations, right? When you are planning to go for cloud, you would certainly be doing overall, say, a review of your business processes, and you would try to optimize them. So your overall, say, business operations would get modernized. There'll be cost savings, faster time to market, greater productivity, better business agility, as well as the scalability. These would be the things you would be gaining or organizations would be gaining.
correct. Very well put. So, all right. So, thank you very much for that very insightful interview, Mr. Madan. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Madan for you with some very insightful inputs from Birlasoft. So you can see this interview on our website, on our social media pages, which is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So follow us on these social media pages for more updates and more interviews and more articles and lots more information from the technology world. So thank you, Mr. Madan, once again, and I will see you soon. Thank you all.
Thank you, Julie, for interesting questions.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I